Hi, I'm Don, and this is the Hobby Speak. Welcome back, y'all. Y'all know why you're here. Part 3 of the Megatron build, where we finish everything up. We get that torso, we get that head, we put all the arms and legs that we've already built onto it, and see what the final product looks like. I can't wait to get into it. I'm sure you can't either, so let's just start building. And here he is, the Moo model IDW Megatron, fully assembled, looking okay. I mean, it's not a bad piece. It's really not. I think my biggest issue is simply I don't particularly like this interpretation of Megatron. I think I prefer the G1, which we will see a comparison in just a little bit. But all in all, I mean, the piece itself is not bad. It's really not bad at all. The torso was a bit of a pain to get together, which we'll get into in just a second. And the fully assembled piece is definitely better than the sum of its parts. No question about that. As I'll show you in just a little bit, this is a very highly detailed piece that also seems incomplete. And the torso section and the head especially, I have kind of a love-hate relationship with the designer here because those were a pain to put together. Let's go ahead and bring them in a little closer and we'll see what I am talking about. Okay, so first and foremost, on the crotch here, this is actually a little loose, and nothing I did would get that to stay tight, no matter how hard I tried. It was actually a little on the ridiculous side, but it is on there. It's not coming off. It's just a little loose. You can see a ton of detail around the abdomen, all this laser etching and painted detail around the abdomen, this layered effect along the sides, along the ribs there. You know, all in all, this is actually really nicely detailed. And I love the Decepticon logo kind of hidden in there. That's quite nice as well. On the chest, you've got this bladed effect again. Really cool. Really cool, actually. You know, not too bad. I will say altogether, this guy is still giving me some Disney Tron vibes. But, you know, it is what it is. On the back side here, his back really came together nicely. I mean, you can see the skirt plates here, which are just really kind of black with a little bit of laser etching. Not bad. Not spectacular, they don't really stand out, but given their location, I don't really have a problem with that. This back, on the other hand, all of these little pieces to create this curved look here and little pop-outs, those were a pain to get in. I mean, thankfully, I was able to do it, and the end result is spectacular. This just looks wonderful. It really does. When I say highly detailed but somewhat incomplete, there's no cap on the top of these. So these are just holes going into unpainted silver for no apparent reason. They did the same thing on the gun over here. On his arms, you can see there's no back plate here, so you can just see straight through. You know, there are areas where it just seems like it's completely or that it's incomplete, which is weird, honestly, for such a highly detailed figure. On the top, you got your Moo model logo right here. Nice little shoulder guards. And then there's the head. Now the head has, you know, this nice rounded, you know, layered, man, thing won't focus. Layered look to it, you know, which is nice. And coming around to the front, you can see his face, little nose popping out. Now, I spent a great deal of time trying to get these little bits at the bottom of the helmet just right, only to find out that when you put it together, it's kind of hidden underneath his chest here, and you can't see him. So I wouldn't worry too much about the detail on there, but it is what it is at this point. The head also looks a little small compared to the body, in my opinion. Just a little bit, but it does. It's also looking down, which gives it that nice appearance of size. And it doesn't, or excuse me, it really helps that it has this little rock here. So when he's standing on it, he looks like he's just looking down at his enemies in contempt. A very, very Megatron pose. That said, you know, this large, the chest here, going almost all the way to the back, it's all one piece. And you got to be very careful in the way you manipulate it. But it wasn't terribly difficult. It really wasn't. The head was much worse. Getting this little piece here to fill in the gaps, that was actually harder. And, you know, I don't really have much more to say. I mean, it really is a nice piece. I mean, like all the others, there's a lot of detail in here that you really can't see unless you're looking very closely. But once the arms are attached, you know, there's just nothing to see. But I do like him. I do. I just don't think he's my Megatron, if you want to put it that way. This is the IDW one. So, as a comparison, here is the G1 Megatron. And he just towers over the IDW Megatron. I mean, it's not even a comparison when it comes to size. And in my opinion, I like the aesthetic and the color a lot better. This silver really kind of stands out when contrasted with the black, whereas the black and purple look of this Megatron doesn't really appeal to me. I mean, it just looks kind of like a black blob. But, you know, to each his own. Fans of the comics are sure to love this guy. Let's go ahead and bring out the rest of the IDW collection so far. And here he is next to the rest of the IDW collection that I've built thus far. We've got Tarn, Starsaber, and Drift joining him on stage. And he really fits in. I mean, he scales really well to all of them, right about the same size as Tarn, unless, of course, you count Tarn's little cannons on his back there. And a bit taller than both Starsaber and Drift. But he fits in, the aesthetic is good, and, you know, we've got the brighter colors for the Autobots and all the dark stuff for the Decepticons, so, you know, that fits in with the aesthetic as well. Anyway, that's about all I've got for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Have a great day.